guys, I'm back with one more video today. In today's video, we have a special guest, managing partner of JB Infra Group, Anil Reddy Garu with us. Anil Garu, welcome.
Hi Andy.
Very happy to host you in my channel.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Okay. So Anil Garu, before we get into the topic of real estate and east of Hyderabad, west of Hyderabad, all of that. So first, I want to know a little bit about you and your journey of real estate in JB Infra, how it started. I just want to know a little bit.
I did my masters from UK in University of Liverpool. So I went to States like everybody else. I was in software engineering. I worked for about 13 years.
Okay, so 13 years you worked in US or in?
In US I worked for 13 years. So I did my masters from UK, from University of Liverpool.
Okay.
So my dad is a founder of JB Infra Group, Mr. Pratap Reddy Garu. Mm-hmm. So he wanted me to come and join the firm. Okay. So there's this second generation of partners which are willing to add it to the existing partners. So he wanted me to come and join the JB Infra Group. So I have to let go everything in a year of 2019, I think, if I'm not wrong, and join the JB Infra Group.
2019, you came back to India. You left your IT job.
I left my IT job. I left my green card, PR, whatever people say. I left everything. So okay. I came to JB Infra Group. Yeah, I came to Hyderabad and joined the JB Infra Group as one of the managing partner.
Okay. And can you tell the story of JB, how it started a little bit?
So the JB, it's an interesting story. My dad used to work for a company called Minimax, which is a Swedish-based company. Okay. So they used to sell fire extinguishers. They were big time. It was a United Andhra Pradesh during that time. He was a assistant divisional manager. So during that time, he realized, okay, I'm working, but I'm not able to get the ends met with the amount of money I get. So he started a business. He got into wine shop. It's called City Wines. It was very famous during that time. So him and his friend started this wine shop. Then one of his friend told him that Pratap Reddy Garu, you got a very good name, and tum घर निभाने का काम करना है, घर बिगाड़ने का काम कर रहे. So it hit my dad very hard. So he's very ethical, and so then they realized one fine day, him and his friend, they thought okay, so let's start what's a seed product for the house? घर का seed product क्या होता है? Definitely it's a land, open land or plotting. Yeah. So let's start some plotting. So they started JB, which is Jai Bajrang, okay. In 2001. 2001. Their first project being at Bangalore Junction. Actually.
The Bangalore Junction, the one which is very big right now.
Yeah.
Around 500 plus acres?
No, the first project they started was in 2001, was about 80 acres.
80 acres, in the same area?
In the same area. Oh. In the same area, they continued doing on the same road for a while. Okay. The biggest project we are doing right now is about 700 acres. 700
acres. Yeah. That's on Vijayawada Highway.
That's on Vijayawada Highway.
Okay. So now, a very important question. Okay, now this question people keep asking me, and some of them are really sad that I'm not doing it. East of Hyderabad.
Okay.
So they want to know a lot about east of Hyderabad, what is happening there, and you can be I'm sure you are the best person to educate us about east of Hyderabad, because majority of the projects are on the east of Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So Sagar Highway and Vijayawada Highway.
Yes.
So first let's talk about the Sagar Highway.
Yeah.
A lot of buzz is there around Sagar Highway right now. So can you share your thoughts on Sagar Highway and why you came up with a big project? I think this is more than 500 plus acres.
570 acres.
570 acres. That's a huge project.
Yeah, it's a huge project.
Yeah. So what made you think of doing a project on Sagar Highway?
Okay, so explaining about those before getting into those 570 acres and why we did. So when we started in 2001, we did about 80 acres, 20 acres. We did a lot of projects which are less than 100 acres.
In the same road?
On the same road.
Okay.
So what we did realize is the smaller the piece of land, smaller the pack of land, the amenities, we could not able to create amenities as we imagined. So what we realized is the bigger the land, land, the better amenities we could create. So we came up with an project at Eliminado about 100 acres, which we could able to sell within 6 months. And we had a beautiful clubhouse, swimming pool, 60 feet road and everything.
When was that?
This was, I think, if I'm not wrong, in 2014 or 15. So then what we realized is the bigger the land, the better it is for the customer and as well as the company. Because the bigger the land, we can have bigger roads, lot of amenities, parks or sports arena. So then we realized is let's do 500 acres. In that way, we can give a lot to the customers and it will add to their appreciation. See, end of the day, if you're developing these big sites without an infrastructure, they're pointless.
That's true. It is just a dead investment.
It's a dead investment. Exactly. You need to have infrastructure like 60 feet roads or 80 feet roads, plantation, clubhouse, sports arenas. These things would add a lot of appreciation in itself to the plot which they have bought.
Exactly. And there is a scope of making it residential as well, because people will be interested to build a house there with the basic infra which is available.
Yes, it would be one-stop place because the drainage is set up, the electricity is being set up, there's a beautiful clubhouse, there's a sports arena. So all you need to do is after your busy schedule, you get inside these satellite townships and you don't have to get out because everything is inside.
True. So that's your way of working. You bigger parcel of lands.
Yes, we did realize. When we started, we didn't know because as everybody, you start from scratch. You fall, you get up, you realize. So in the middle, we did realize the bigger chunks of lands is the way to go. Infrastructure is way to go, and picking little bit further away from the city is way to go.
So that makes sense. So what you're saying is bigger land with infra. That's the key.
Yes.
Because most companies miss there.
They
occupy bigger lands, but they don't do the infrastructure.
Yeah, infrastructure is very key. You could see if you have a beautiful road leading up to a land, obviously to drive the prices.
I've seen your project last time when we went together.
Nice.
And I'll play the video also. Probably they can get a chance to even observe like what kind of developments you have done, the clubhouse and all of it. It's really beautiful.
Yes, some people they do get confused. What is this? Because they compared our infrastructure and roads to the airport roads, which is very good. We are happy. But yes, our directors, whoever worked on this project, all four of them, they did a lot of hard work. They went by vision actually. We never followed the money. We were very passionate about finishing this 500 acres. They're very passionate. They were on it. They went by vision, never thought about the money. They always looking for how the customer would get appreciated and what if he's end up constructing a home here, how could we accommodate them?
So you thought from a customer perspective. And brought all the amenities which a customer would need.
Yes. And adds value to them.
Adds value to them. Okay, perfect. So now coming again to the same question I started with. So now I understand you've chosen a bigger chunk of land there. So apart from the development inside, what development did you observe on the Sagar Highway?
Yeah, there's a lot of development. Ever since when we initially started, there were not many except the ORR. ORR, when we started our initial project, that's when the ORR came and it kind of helped the prices to go up. But the infrastructure does help a little bit, but not everything. So what helped Sagar Road is there are like multiple projects like Tata Arrowhead and Tata Arrowhead and Lockheed Martin has come up, and I think recently Garu has announced another project.
The Tech Park,
yes,
the aerospace.
Yes, and slowly it's becoming a aerospace cluster or aerospace hub.
Yeah. So I work for TCS, in fact. Apologies for interrupting.
Oh, nice.
So, I used to travel to Hyderabad frequently.
Oh, nice.
So I could see there's a huge campus.
Huge campus. Which was built for about 50,000 people to accommodate. And good thing is right now, slowly whatever the efforts the state government has put there, you could see like Turkemjal has become a big hub now. There are a lot of the malls are coming up. Even at Ibrahimpatnam, there is a 80,000 square feet mall is coming up with 8 screens, which we never thought like 5 years back. And as well as Tata Arrowhead, which we spoke about, is a cluster now. So anything related to Airbus or Boeing, whatever down the line, it's going to come up.
So what's the logic putting it there? of the airport, or like what do you feel?
Yeah, one thing is being the airport and proximity to the outer ring road. See, end of the day, if you built something, let's say like you have Chennai. Why people port? Because it's of the port. Because of the economics.
Sure.
See, because of the economics, because they travel through the ship, it's cheaper. So that way, even if the proximity closer to the airport, and as well as proximity closer to the outer ring road. Exactly. So that's why Tata Airhood has come up with the airplane building thing, and Sikorsky defense Sikorsky choppers have been made there, and the German which we just spoke, and there is an IT TCS which you used to work for. And there is a HMD, a truck logistic park, and there's a lot of multiple educational institutions as well, which added value to the whoever bought the plot, added value to the product, and as well as on the top of it, because we give a lot of infrastructure as well within our satellite township, also added value to it.
True. And on the same road, even Pharmacity is also coming up.
Yes, true. So not many people realize is the Pharmacity is about 19,333 acres. Yeah. So which is located geographically between Srisailam Road and as well as Sagar Road. Exactly. So people do concentrate on Srisailam Road because they think it is facing towards that, but surprisingly, most of the survey numbers come up at Yacharam village, which is very closer to the Sagar Road.
Exactly.
So the main two entry points from Sagar Road are, I think, if I'm not wrong, they are happening at Yacharam through Takilapalli village. Exactly. And one of our project, which is JB Serene Resort, which is about 230 acres, which I think we roughly have about 1 lakh square yards, which is very closer to the Pharmacity. So the Pharmacity, as well as whatever the previous projects like the Tata Aerohead or TCS, these do add a lot of value to the people who already bought into the plots or the
job
lands.
Generation is going to happen in that area, is what you're trying to say.
A lot. Yeah. Down the line, a lot. Yeah.
And then if you go ahead again near Mall, Regional Ring Road is also proposed.
Yeah, Regional Ring Road has added a lot of commotion, saying like when it's going to come, where it's going to come, and everything. Yeah. I mean, state government has already declared, and the DPR report is in making, and I think pretty soon, within a month or so, they would announce it. So for the people who missed an opportunity in ORR, which was about 150 plus kilometers, the regional ring road is the best way to retain, to buy the people who missed the opportunity in ORR, because if 150 kilometers of road adds so much of value and infrastructure to the Hyderabad, what about 338 kilometers of new infrastructure which is getting added to the Hyderabad? So total in entirety, I think Telangana would become a real estate hub. There would be a time where Telangana would be consuming and the rest of the states would be producing, so that Telangana would be able to buy it and consume it. So people who missed an opportunity in ORR, I think regional ring road is the best way. And what I would recommend, especially to the people, is don't wait until the DPR comes out and the road is being laid. By then the prices will go up. If you're clever enough, find out a project with a very good brand value. Check their history. Check if they have LP number. How many projects they have done. If you do your research, if you are interested, please invest, because then after 5 years, people will be kicking themselves, saying like, "Oh no, I saw this. I've seen this."
The regret mode,
we spoke.
The guilt mode, regret mode.
Yes, because people who missed an opportunity in ORR, they are kicking themselves right now because they were way too cheaper. Nobody did invested in ORR, and they're regretting right now. And I hope maybe this is their last chance. Regional Ring Road is their last chance.
Exactly. See, but there is one logic which people give, right? It's very far from city. Antaduram city expand outada. 30 kilometers from outer ring road. Antaduram ever travel chestaru. So all these logics people give, and even I have that thought. So what do you think? Because it is not so close to city for sure. It is outer ring road, assuming it's city.
Yeah.
So now it's 30 more kilometers from outer ring road, right?
Yes.
So how do you expect it to grow?
See, it doesn't matter అండి because see if you look at Turkemjal, Tukuguda కావచ్చు, Pedambarpet కావచ్చు, these are like we used to call them as outskirts. People, there was a word called outskirt. People forgot about it. What is city right now? When somebody Googles city right now, Koti will come up. When is the last time you went to Koti? When is the last time you went to Sikidrabad? See, so luckyగా ఏంటంటే this satellite townships or integrated townships, they're already here, but the people are not realizing that they are already here. Turkemjal has become a satellite township. Tukuguda has become a satellite township. Pedambarpet has become a satellite township. People stay there. They have their own malls there. They have their own supermarkets there. They do their work. They come back. So slowly, even regional ring road hubs, like they're saying Chotupal would be a hub, and they are saying at Acharam or mall, it will be a hub. It will be a blooming city, new city. So the examples మన కళ్ళకి నుంచి దూరం కూడా ఏం లేవు, మన కళ్ళ ముందరనే ఉంది. వాట్ అబౌట్ ద గండిపేట్ జంక్షన్? No, it's one of the most expensive land in Hyderabad. Recently,
it's outside outer ring road.
It was outer ring road. Last time when we were kids, when we used to go to Gandipet, ఇంట్లో చెప్పి జాగ్రత్తగా పోమని చెప్తుండే. 2-wheeler వేసుకొని పోతే 15-20 kilometers చీకట్లా ఏం లేకపోతుండే. No CBIT comes inside the city. So infrastructure ఉంటే people don't mind traveling, and city is expanding. I mean, the way it is going, the infrastructure undi, మన government policies correct undi, the firms keep on coming, the job generation is they keep on generating, and నిత్య అవసర things, anything can be like electricity కావచ్చు, security కావచ్చు, water కావచ్చు, and job creation ఉంటే we would easily cross Delhi, and regional ring road is just a road, just a parameter we are doing.
Exactly. And if the current way of working, which is online way of working, work from home concept coming up, I think affordability will be one of the reasons for people to move out, isn't it?
Technically
because Banjara Hills lo, Jubilee Hills lo, Gachibowli lo, Kukatpalli lo, maybe more than 1 lakh square yard, 2 lakhs per square yard పెట్టి లేకుంటే కొన్ని crores పెట్టి అపార్ట్మెంట్ కొనే capability అందరికి లేదు.
True.
So slowly people will start moving out.
They want
a bigger house, little more infrastructure.
Absolutely true. ఇప్పుడున్న మార్కెట్ లా కస్టమర్ నేను ఇక్కడనే ఉండాలి, నేను సిటీలోనే ఉండాలి అనేది లేదు. దే జస్ట్ మూవింగ్ అవుట్. దేర్ లైక్ యాజ్ లాంగ్ యాజ్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ కరెక్ట్ ఉంది, నీకు cars, everybody could afford. I mean, the cars has become a norm thing. There was a time
cheap now, and on loan you can buy a car.
Yes.
Just by 10-15-20,000 or 1 lakh.
See, I mean, recently there were articles in paper as well that the TS RTC is not working. Why? Because there's so many people traveling by cars. Metro is also, I mean, they could not able to catch up after COVID because of this. Because
the future is electric vehicles.
Yes. So the thing is, it's changing fast. So people, they want to move further from the city given the infrastructure is in place.
Infra and affordability,
infra. They don't mind moving further. And as you said, like work from home, it doesn't matter where he's working from. As long as there is a cluster to entertain him, there is a, if he gets sick, there is an hospital. If he want groceries, there is a store. If he want to get entertained, if there is a movie theater, how does it matter that he has to go inside the city?
Exactly, makes sense, a lot of sense.
Yeah. Schools, exactly. Schools being one. See, lot of people moving to Mokila or Gandipet or further away from Tukuguda or Turkemjal, schools are being one of the parameter, because they could give more space, because the further they go, cheaper they get, and they could buy more square yards or more square feet.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Instead of living in a small matchbox kind of a house, live in a big villa.
Yeah. I mean, it has its own market, but like for the family audience, for the family customers, I think infrastructure moving further away from the city makes sense as long as they're happy. Yes, if they mainly look for the schools. Yeah.
So now coming to your project in Sagar Highway, right? JB Serene City, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is, you said 500 plus acres.
Yes.
So now can you explain what phases it got developed and what kind of infra we have inside JB Serene City right now? And in case someone wants to invest, what options they have currently in that project?
Okay. So it's about 570 acres. So it has a massive 80 feet road right from the start to all the way to the end. It's about 3 kilometers inside. So the road, the site itself starts from the road, but the depth is 3 kilometers inside. So we have, so that site is divided into three parts. One being 42 acres, we got it for the villas. It's called Serene Villas, which is about 390 villas.
Okay, so constructed villas or like?
Yeah, we giving option to the customer. Either they can ask us to construct, or they could buy a plot and pay the corpus fund and pay the clubhouse fee, and they could construct on their own, following the norms of our architect.
So you're not forcing them to buy a villa?
No, we are
They
not.
can buy a villa plot.
They can buy a villa plot as well.
Can construct their house. Yeah,
Yeah.
42 acres inside this 572 acres.
Yes, 42 acres inside this 570 acres. The beauty being like it has its own clubhouse, which is about 20,000 square
Its own
feet.
boundary as well.
It has its own gated, it's a gated community. So the beauty being like 570 acres is gated. In that, this 42 acres is gated, and it has its own clubhouse. I mean, lot of even West Hyderabad villa communities don't have 20,000 square feet clubhouse. I don't have it. So it's a beautiful clubhouse.
Yeah.
And then we have a common clubhouse for everybody who bought plots there. Just imagine if a customer buys a plot. When we initially sold, which was about like 5,000 rupees. No, it has grown in heaps and bounds, 3 times, 4 times, I guess. But the customer who bought for 5,000 rupees, 300 square feet, which is about 15 lakhs or something, 300 square yards, sorry. So he has a beautiful clubhouse with a swimming pool, with a pool room, with a movie theater. The kind of, the kind of vibe he has whenever he enters the community is amazing. The kind of happiness we saw in their eyes.
I've been there, I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, I mean, they worked on with vision. I mean, they never, good thing about JB's Serene City or with our management is we always go by vision, and we always put our customer in front seat.
Yeah.
What does the customer want? What will make him happy? How does it give the appreciation to him? In that way, we were successful. Explaining what you asked, one is being 42 acres Serene Villas, and then we have a clubhouse, common clubhouse for the rest of the land, and we are coming up with another 40 acres of Hillside County.
Hillside County.
Hillside County.
Okay.
So why we named it Hillside County? It's basically on the hill.
Oh.
Know that the
Bandara Hills, Jubilee Hills.
something similar to something similar to the Bandara Hills and the Jubilee Hills, but not at that price. It's affordable.
Affordable Jubilee Hills.
Affordable Jubilee Hills.
Okay.
So we're coming up with a nice Polynesian design, 15,000 square feet clubhouse, especially for the people who buy a villa plot there. We're constructing 4 model villas, and it's coming up with 60 feet and 40 feet roads. And we are coming up with a big temple because we have this unused terrain and it's on top of the hill. People are complaining, such a big land, we need to have a temple. So what more than putting our brand ambassador, which is Bajrang, which is Hanumantudu, on the top of the hill.
On the top of the hill.
So we're coming up with 50 feet Hanuman on the top of the hill, yes, and as well as a temple, as well as Hanuman temple, and maybe we could add more temples to it. So
And a clubhouse also planned.
and a beautiful clubhouse
On the roof, on the hilltop.
on the hilltop. The beauty of the clubhouse is from that clubhouse you could see all the 3 clubhouses of Serene City. So you could see the common clubhouse, which is for the people who bought the plot, and the clubhouse for the people who bought the villa, and everything is designed in such a way that they're triangulated. So all 3 clubhouses form in a triangle. So it's a well-designed plan. So we're working on it. Let's see. I mean, once
So you yet to launch that project.
yeah, we are yet to launch that project. Yes, we are in a permission phase, and we are working a lot on it, and we are investing a lot on it. So hopefully by end of December or January, we would be able to launch it.
So it's a villa plotting venture.
It's a villa
where
plotting.
You get free access to the clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yes.
And the temple is also there close by.
Yes, yes,
Okay, got it. So that's about the JB Serene City, and that's about the Sagar Highway.
yes.
Okay, and currently you said there are options to invest in the villa, 42 acres villa
Yes.
plotting, as well as in this hill county.
Hill County as well. Yeah.
Okay, and the rest plots you have.
So most of the 90% of the site is sold out. We are maybe sitting on some of the plots in different phases. It's about 10 phases actually. But most of the things which are we are working right now are those 2 things which you mentioned.
Okay, got it.